Hi guys. So to kind of draw on Natalie's point about this story being, primarily showcasing a mother-son sort of relationship, um, we can kind of gauge that there's some undertones of potential sexual tension there that I'm sure, maybe not to the same degree of what we would have been expecting based on some of the prior readings, but definitely to a level where this reading might have been a little off-putting, I would say. And so I kind of want to probe the mind a little bit for you guys and point out how would the story have been different if instead of Granny Lynn it was Grandpa Lynn, right? What if she had been a male instead? And it was with Kong, this boy, or even if both the roles, gender roles were reversed, and Kong was a girl while Granny Lynn was a old man. Like, how would we view that situation? Would we be more uncomfortable than we currently are with the way the story is portrayed as is? And I think a lot of us would argue yes, right? Like that's a little unsettling. Why is that, right? Why is maternal love seen as more, I guess, more valid than paternal love? I mean, they're both still the same, right? It's still a relationship between a parental figure and a child, but for whatever reason, because of the way that we have generally portrayed these gender roles in society as the mother being the caretaker, right? And so it's more natural for her to be around these children versus the father goes out and works, and then you think of how are they able to express their feelings, and it's very suppressed in a lot of men. You think about toxic masculinity, how they're discouraged all around from even just hugging or showing affection to their friends. That can be seen as gay or something like that, almost as if it's an insult to show feelings of love towards friends, for whereas for girls that's definitely praised. And um and then you can think of how men primarily show attraction would be to their, opposite sex partner, and it would be in a sexual way. So when we translate this to what it would mean if these roles were reversed, you can imagine that while it might seem like the current story is about, oh, this is a nice, old lady taking care of this child, if they were reversed, you could easily be thinking pedophile, right? Predator. And it's very, unsettling that society has kind of shifted this narrative that almost demonizes paternal love in this sense. And so I just kind of wanted to point out, like, what does this mean about the larger society? What does this mean about the way that we portray paternal love as opposed to maternal love? How would the story be different? But specifically, why do you feel like the larger society tends to kind of suppress these feelings and these showcasings of paternal love, even though it's just as valid? And feel free to draw on your personal experiences of paternal love, because I think majority of us have some experience with that. Maybe we're not fathers ourselves, but we're definitely experienced some paternal love. So draw on that, talk about how that's valid, and feel free to let loose and talk about all that. But thank you so much.